Let's say that I want to have a function that will output numbers between 75 and 100, with a caveat that the number will not always be 75. Sometimes the number can be 85, and then the sequence will go from 85 to 100. So how would you do that? Well, let me show you a neat and interesting trick that you can use to achieve this result. So I'll just code the function. For lack of a better word, I'll just name it my function. And in the body of the function, well, tell you what, let's try to do this using VS Code because it's easier to code in that, and then we'll just copy paste it into the browser. So I've already tested this out, so let's take it one step at a time. First, I'm going to set the value of text to an empty string. Then I'm going to set the I variable. And I'm going to add a for loop that's going to set, well, I need another thing. So let me say let random, and that's going to be equal to math.floor math.random multiplied by 100. And I'm also going to now use the for loop where I'll set the I to the value of random number. Then I will be less than 100. And I'll increase the I by 1 on each loop's iteration. Okay, so here inside the for loop, I'll say if I is less than 75, continue. And let's also set the text to append the number is, and then the value of I, and plus the br tag, because we're going to be using the DOM to manipulate its output. And finally, I'm going to say document.body.inner HTML is an empty string, so this will clear the web page that we're currently on. And then I can just do document.body.inner HTML, and I'm going to set it to the value of text. Okay, so that should be all. And now I can invoke my function. And of course, it's not going to work in VS Code. So I'm going to copy the entire thing and go back to the browser where I can paste in the code and run it. And as you can see, I'm getting the output of the numbers 75, 76, 77, all up to 100, not including the number 100. So if I run this code again, I'm also going to need to refresh the page and run the my function, but it's not defined, so let's still repeat it. And you see now the random number was 85, so I got all of this. To confirm that this is how it works, let's just do one additional thing right here before the for loop, and that is I'm going to console.log the value of random. And let's say I want to make it more obvious, so let's also console log just a bunch of hash signs right before it. And now when I run it, the result was 0 of this random number calculation. So when the script entered the for loop, it checked if 0 is less than 75, and then it skipped 75 loops and finally started doing the numbers from 75, outputting the numbers from 75 to 99. Let's run it again and see what happens. So this time the picked number, the randomly or pseudo-randomly picked number was 84. So we got the script to start working from 84 to 99. Okay, so we can test it a few more times, but whenever the number is lower than 75, it's going to start counting from 75 to 100. And whenever the number is between 75 and 100, it's going to start counting from the value of that randomly picked number all the way up to 100. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you liked it and learned something interesting.